So, you know Tifa, right? It's
Nah.
not really my business, but are you guys close?
She thirsty? Playing Final Fantasy 15. Alright, we gotta make some moves. Never want to shake his other hand. Because you know that's what he uses for. It's a little personal time.
Yeah?
This could be my final fantasy. Slap you with the hand of knife dealt me. Rated M, don't you play with me. My limit broke, Lord help me.
Bruv, sis, whatever pronoun you decide to choose, I'd like to welcome you. I'm Son Alex, and I'm in escapist mode. Still working on the intro.
Nice drop, dumbass.
And today we are going back to Midgar. I don't know if I can use that. Anyway, this is my little playthrough of the Final Fantasy VII Remake that came out in 2020, which was one of the games that saved my mental health. It was very surprising that it was actually coming out. I felt like it was Detox. That shit ain't never coming out. So yeah, this is a little playthrough of it on hard mode. I'm making it a little series, like going back series, because this ain't gonna be the first. This is kind of like taking it back. I'm hoping that you've already played the game, because this is hard mode that we're gonna go through. I'm not gonna hold any spoilers back for the game for that reason. I'm gonna try to keep spoilers from the original game out of here. I'm gonna try really hard. So that's just a warning. But I don't. So, what do you think? Do you need to play the original to get this game? Because this is important. This moment right here. Cute little girl huffing fumes from a pipe. If you saw Aerith in real life, you'd think she was on drugs. Like, I don't know, but she's on something real good. Especially when she's batting the whispers off her. But it's alright, she cute. So I guess we'll let it slide. Oh, this game looks so good. Let me just take this in real quick and we'll get to it. Like, I don't know if I can tell you how much I love this compilation, because Final Fantasy VII is a compilation. There's several different games and, well, one movie, anime. It's got a whole bunch of stuff in this story, which is why it's really hard for me to even talk about this game with people, because none of my friends are the game. So they definitely don't play this game, and then like a lot of the people I do meet, you know, they play other games. Nobody really gets it. Like nobody, nobody gets how this train makes me feel. They don't. Like I felt it in Crisis Core. Why do their helmets have 3 eyes on them? But like, the rest of it is just blind. Like, how do you? That's probably why he got snuck. I'm confused about this armor. Like, they got armor. Well, Jesse's alright, but Biggs, like, he's pretty exposed unless he has chainmail under there or something. Stuck the landing. Like, he had to. I don't know how far back on the train he was, but he had to be planning that. All right, so hard mode, new sword.
Who goes there?
Twin stinger. I don't know why I had to think about that. That's what I got going.
With us.
Don't think so.
This is my second playthrough. No, well, I've played this part a lot, but
Who in the hell?
not the point. My materia is already set. My armor is already set. We'll go into that later.
Freeze!
Go ahead.
This game's not that hard, so I kind of just do what makes sense for me. And for the time, like, I have gone back after losing a boss fight
You got this.
and switched everything out. So, you know, don't stress too much over it,
You're coming with us.
especially if you're playing on regular mode. I thought he was gonna hit me. I don't know about you. Just swinging this big ass sword with him is really satisfying. It still doesn't make any sense. Like, well, it makes sense for him, but it's just too big. Like, I don't get it. There's some scenes where he's like, he has to move it to take it off, but the way he move it, like, would move it, it's impossible for something that big. But I'm not nitpicking. Oh, hey Stamp. I'm not I'm not nitpicking at all. I love it.
So what's Soldier Boy's deal? Is he one of us now?
Well, she looks like she
He's
has
got
some
balls,
kind of
this,
chainmail under her,
what was
her
his name
armor,
again?
so maybe Wedge has
Cloud-
something too
Cloud
under.
Strife.
Right.
And he isn't a soldier anymore.
And then Rambo's just Rambo,
Still, he's a
so he
professional.
doesn't need
Like the rest of us. I'm glad to have him.
like a double layered shirt.
This is a one-time gig. When it's done, we're done. Really enjoy the work with though.
Real joy to look at, too. Those are what people notice first.
Why is Barret all oiled up?
People,
I'd say you're not even reading the same book.
enough. We're done here.
Or even the
Come on,
same-
nobody do something this crazy just for money. They may not think you're a true believer, but you know what I think?
Not interested.
What?
I don't know why we love Cloud so much. Like, to be frank, for the most part, he's kind of an asshole.
Wedge.
Which is weird, because, okay, I'm not going to talk about Cloud's mental state right now, because that's spoilers for
You better be worth
the other
the money,
game.
Merc. Every last
But
deal.
I mean, I can see him being like distant and not like socially awkward, but he's kind of an asshole, which is fine. But we'll talk about Cloud later. I'm gonna break down some opinions I have on like the new, I guess, new identities for these characters, because they do end up different.
That it?
I would never treat a dog like that in real life. I just want to let you guys know. Yeah, right now. I mean, I get it, but
Burn.
you don't have to kill the. Well,
Get ready.
these dogs are kind of dangerous. That's why I'm in Punisher mode. The guard down. I will wait them out.
Calling fire. Let's finish this.
And get that counter
Enough.
before just
Not bad.
button mashing, because I don't know, the counter's satisfying to me. There's some mechanics in this game that I really like and appreciate, but then there's others that I don't like. If I really had to or pick something to complain about, it'd be the fact that you can't jump. You can't jump over stuff. At least here you can move the camera around and see all the surroundings, right? Because in the PlayStation game, it's just, you know, that one screen per area in the map.
Not so fast.
But I should be able to jump over stuff. You see Cloud jump all the time in the cutscenes. I just want to jump.
Try to keep up.
That's it. I'm a pretty low-key guy. Well, I'm not. I don't ask for much from Square Enix, and I feel like they owe me. If anyone used to play Mobius Final Fantasy here, you understand what I'm talking about.
Never in doubt.
I didn't think it would last forever, but they shut it down. It was like the only mobile game that was,
Time to burn.
well, in my opinion, that looked that good.
Let's go.
It ran pretty decent for me. And although, you know, it's a literal loop, so the storyline is somewhat repetitive. I don't know, it was kind of cool. It, you know, helped me scratch my gaming itch at the time, because I did not have a console. My priorities were elsewhere. So, anyway, I love them anyway. I've been playing Final Fantasy games since a buddy of mine, I was in Berkeley, a buddy of mine introduced me to...
Soldiers may attack on command, but I hear they make good guard dogs too. Bet you see.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure which one came
So
first,
how do we get to the
7 or
bridge
8.
above
Because I
Mako's
remember
story?
borrowing 8
Ain't
and
no
owning
doubting
7.
me, are you?
My so my
Damn
dad
scared
broke
to
my
bite the hand
PlayStation.
that fed
I guess he got drunk or high or something, and I wasn't there.
Your way, man. We can do
Um,
this with you, or we can do this
and broke
without
it. So like my history
Different reactor, different layout.
with
Depends
the
on when it's
PlayStation
built.
1 is
Never
there's
seen one
some
like
some
this.
gaps there.
Well managed.
You know, I kind of forgot some stuff, but I played both of them, and I played the demo for this. I don't even know where I remember where I got it from, but I played the demo for this, and that first mission so many times. I don't know what it was about that goofy ass sword and that goofy ass haircut that Cloud had. I mean, either way, it's gonna be goofy. Like his hair now is all right, but I guess it
That's my line.
doesn't make any sense. Like the back, like he's supposed to look like a chocobo or something. I don't know. Anyway, I've been playing these games for years, so I definitely kind of loyal, and that's the other reason why I started this series, because I'm damn sure gonna be playing the remake whenever it comes out, or not the remake, the sequel, I guess, to this. Who knows? Who knows? Because this is damn near a sequel in itself.
It's a good thing I know someone who can get us the passcodes.
But yeah, I
Anyone
guess I'm
else
loyal.
that commands
But I'm gonna
talk
play
to
that
us,
new
but what can you do?
new game for you guys too when it comes out. Hopefully not in another 15 years. I don't know how long it's been. I don't want to do the math right now.
I got this place covered.
Thanks, Rambo. He looks just like Rambo. Don't tell me he doesn't look like Rambo. I don't care. I don't care.
So, you know Tifa, right? It's
Nah.
not really my business, but are you guys close?
She thirsty? I don't know. If any of you bought this when it came out or whatever, played this game without playing the original, can you let me know how it was for you? Like, can you... I want to know what you guys think about Cloud and the things he sees and like the timing of it and stuff. There's a bunch of stuff you guys don't know. Which, I don't know how I feel. Because these games are pretty long, and I personally don't like when I beat a game and I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't feel that accomplished. At the end, you just... Well, you leave Midgar, which I knew was, you know, that's destined to happen. Destiny.
These sewer rats
But
appear to call themselves Avalanche.
I literally have no idea what they're gonna do next.
We are currently investigating whether
You know,
they
they
belong
say
to the same
that
group
it's gonna
that made
be
the
like
attempt on
along
your
the same
life.
lines or
Rest assured,
not lines, but
our
like key
inquiries
places
will not
and
take much longer.
key things that happened in the original are gonna happen.
This pump's sole purpose
This
is
go
to drain
around.
the planet dry. While you sleep, while
But-
you eat, while you shit, it's here sucking up Mako. It doesn't rest and it doesn't care.
Since I think we're
You
dealing with
realize
time,
what
I'm
Mako
assuming
is, don't you?
somehow,
Mako
because
is
they
the
didn't really
lifeblood of
explain
our
it.
world.
So maybe it's time, or maybe it's just alternate universes. I don't know. But are we gonna see like the continuation of this, or are we gonna go back? Since you see Zack at the end for some reason,
And pretend you can't hear the plant
which
crying out in pain.
I feel like we could have
know you
saved.
can.
Because now I'm trying to figure out what role he's gonna play. Because he's obviously gonna play a role in it. They didn't do that for no reason. I hope.
Say that again.
I'd worry less about the planet and more about the next 5 seconds. Save the screaming for later.
You know, it might surprise you, but I think he's nicer in this game than in the original.
Our lives are on the line.
Definitely,
now.
because in the OG, like I feel like he was just some angry
You
pimp from a
listening,
blaxploitation
One
film.
false move.
Exploitation. I think I said it right.
That happens.
Well, so much for having Cloud do all the fighting.
But you couldn't
And
get
some
like,
places a sword just can't reach.
and I read, but sometimes, especially with the dialogue,
Just
the way they had the
bear with me
dialogue,
for me, would you?
I don't think I got the full picture of his character until like way later
Should've asked for more
in the
money.
game. That's with all of them, and of course it's kind of structured like that in the beginning. But I feel like even when you see Marlene for the first time, like it definitely it's a little heartwarming moment right there. I had some tingles.
Gonna throw your
No,
sword
my heart
out.
didn't
That's the
tingle.
man with the gun.
That's probably a medical thing.
These tin cans ain't got nothing on me. Now for the real show.
I'm gonna try to give you guys some combat tips too. It's not like
That thunder I hear?
most parts don't really need them.
Do your job, Merc.
What I usually do is whatever I want.
Say goodbye. Keep it together.
Well, I guess it depends on the battle, but what I usually, where is it? I'm hitting the lock on. All right, we're done. What I usually do is I'll get my bars up every time. Every time I come in here, I go to that door. It's not time for that yet. So I get my ATB gauge up, and then I'll do a move. Like I'll try to think ahead a little
What
bit,
we have here.
The laser security system.
whether I'm gonna do magic or an ability or cure, and then I'll do one of two things. I'll either do it and then immediately switch over to the other character, or I'll switch over to the other character
Make a move when they cycle.
or a different character, and then have the character with the full ATB gauge go ahead and do that attack. Because for the most part,
Those baby blues of yours on me.
and it's not always the same. The enemies will focus more on the character you're controlling, and what is frustrating, well, it's not frustrating, I think it's just part of the game at this point, but when you're casting a spell, you can be stopped by it, or you can miss too. Not trying to get fried. Whoa. Pretty lights. I swear I've done this like...
Nice job, Cloud.
Thank you. It needed some reassurance. No one's told me I'm pretty all day.
Well, I'm glad that's over with. And we're all... Look. They don't
My
call
bad.
these sweepers for nothing. They can wipe out a whole squad in seconds.
Not if you wipe the floor with them first.
I don't know how confident I'll have to be in myself to tell myself, yeah, I'm gonna fight a big Gundam with just guns. I don't know. I don't know what to compare that to.
Is that right?
Need to hit it with
Okay,
magic.
so here I'm gonna have him do that, and I immediately switch over to Barret so he can get his going. I'm gonna do this focus shot, then I'm gonna go back to Cloud, and then do this focus thrust to raise that pressure gauge up. So if you do that, you're pretty much good.
Don't need to tell me.
I know I want to conserve MP, but I kind of want to get this over with. Not all of, like, some of my materia is maxed out, not all of it. And everyone's at level 50 already. So that's why I could do that.
I mean your age, not your goddamn.
Then I also have magic up, MP up,
Soldier's rank could be the same as his age.
HP up on most of the characters. And I've gone in and upgraded their weapons. You can set it automatically and that's cool, but the first time I did it, I set them all automatically and it was fine, but I didn't get any of those abilities that are unique to the weapons, so I wanted to try those out. So I went back and I spent the bulk of my SP on the different abilities, and now my weapons are okay. I'm not sure if they're not as strong because I don't have a bunch of the cheaper attack upgrades and magic upgrades and shit like that, but it'll work. Hopefully, or hopefully, or it's gonna take 4 hours to do a video, cause I'm not gonna just put this down if I get beat. They're far away. I want to see if this blade burst will hit them. And it did nothing. Thank you. Let's do thunder on that. Then do a focus shot. Definitely, I mean, you should already know this if you beat the game, but pay attention to that pressure bar. You want to stagger as much as possible. Just, or do elemental damage. But even then, stagger as much as possible if you can. Wind, no, that's fine.
Deal with that.
They're on the ground. Well, some of them are on the ground. I'm not super fond of the camera movements when you're in combat. I feel like you can see shit sometimes, which is really annoying, especially since you can't jump out of the way of shit. But no grudges.
All right, let's see if little Stamp really can bite the hand that feeds. Go on, do the honors. Prove to me you're the man Tifa says you are. That you're one of us.
Never said I was. I'm just here for the paycheck.
Then do the damn job.
Okay, I said he was nice, but he's still Barret. I think he's less problematic this time, though.
What's wrong?
Still hungover.
I'm fine. What about the timer?
I would not want to pull no mission with him. I just wouldn't. He's definitely not. I don't know. He's not okay. And that's not the person you take with you to hit a lick. That's not the person you take with you to go to the bank. Yeah, I don't know. He's a super sketch. Anyway, let's set this bomb. Can't choose the time. He better be cocky with that big ass sword. Unless it's like you know when people buy big trucks
Heads up.
because they got, you know, small situation. Maybe he's overcompensating. I don't know. All right, let's get into it.
It's got
This is the
reinforced
first.
plating.
Like, this brings back so many memories.
Lightning magic.
I guess so. Come on, Barret, get up.
Keep it up.
So many memories. He definitely wasn't like.
Keep it together.
Yeah, I guess we'll just do lightning magic. He definitely wasn't as hard, or as challenging. Come on. In the other game.
Hang back. Deal with that.
But he's not really that hard either. The only thing I don't like, I feel like I'm complaining a lot this episode. The only thing I don't like.
A barrier?
Is he gonna?
Seen this
Okay.
defense system before.
Thought I was gonna run into a laser. I don't like the transitions all that much. Not a huge. Okay. Barret needs to heal himself.
Bounced right off.
Nice try, dumbass.
Frontal assault's no good.
Just not a fan. Think I'm gonna try Blade Burst on it and see if it'll work that way. I know I gotta get back there with him.
Or go down in
I'm
flames.
just not a huge fan of the transitions. They're really cool to look at, you know, but
There! Attack it from the rear.
Aye, soldier boy. Show me what you got.
I wish you had one, more than one magnify materia. I really do, because I really wanted to put the barrier materia on, like link it with the magnify, because that'd be really useful in most situations. I mean, like I said, I've been trying not to complain about the game, but they could have given us, like, we're gonna wait years for another game, and we might not be able to, or not even might not, I don't think we can carry over our stuff. Wrong enemy. Move.
Focus and find a way. Take the lead.
Cloud cure Barret a little bit.
If we don't change it up soon, this thing's gonna kill us both.
Less talking, more shooting.
How about this from you?
I love their banter though. Like, as much as I complain about it, no, let's get this down first. As much as I complain about it, the banter, well, except for the showers, they mention showers too much. Like, I don't know if they think gamers are just smelly, but
Don't just fight.
which that's not the case, obviously.
All good.
Some of us be fresh as hell, but I love the banter. So
Hard and fast.
as much as I would complain about it, it's just so, and maybe it's like Minberries from South Park, and I'm just like stuck on nostalgia mode, and where you going? Giving it too much credit, but I hate when it does that. Get off the wall. No, let's do a thunder.
It's on you.
Oh, also, when you're at the end of your little rounds, and it like reloads or whatever, if you hit triangle as soon as you do that, like, you save time on that animation process, so that would be useful.
Focus. Find a way.
I'm gonna do one more spell. I love when I get into a rhythm transition and they don't take that extra damage. But no, I'm not gonna complain.
You don't want to be hit by that laser.
Huh? So, what do we do?
Don't get hit.
Hide behind the
Take cover
debris.
behind that debris.
Come on, move. I did not time that right at all.
Take the lead.
Oh.
Strike now, before it fires again.
Fine.
Hang back. Here it comes. It's on you.
So yeah, just get into the rhythm, switch, try to do some damage, get the ATB gauge up. Alright, he's not doing that. If they're getting pinned down, just switch to a different character. He doesn't need to
Gotta
be
memorize
cured.
the attack patterns. Call it like take the lead.
Okay, he's too focused on Barret.
No holding back. Don't overdo it. Taking
Try to,
military grade armor and a reactor?
oh, yeah,
Heads up!
so the enemy's attention is important.
Take cover already!
Like I said earlier, they can cancel you. Oh. Alright. So you know what not to do, right? Now Cloud's creek without a paddle.
Damn it. Need to heal up soon.
But at least
Before it fires again.
okay. Nah, I want to stagger him quick. Alright, maybe I'll summon now. Just to, I think this is the last leg. So I like to hold them off to the end, just in case, like I'm low on MP. Like the elements don't really match, but it's alright. Let's heal Cloud real quick. I'm kind of glad. At first I was a little upset with the way they did the summons in this game. Like, I feel like I worked really hard to get Bahamut. but you can't use all the summons. You can't use them for every battle. But then there's, you know, there's certain ones you can't use. Like I wanted to summon him now, but like it wasn't even, the option for it wasn't even available. But playing Final Fantasy 15, definitely. This thing really hates Barret. Playing Final Fantasy 15. Alright, we gotta make some moves. Let's take these legs out. Move.
Just right. Hold out until you spot an opening.
I like how he's giving advice, but he just got hurt.
I'm gonna blow this bastard the hell up, and that's a problem.
Ooh, what do I want to do here? Let's hold off on that. Alright, we almost got this leg down. I'm gonna do a triple slash just to.
It's down. Rain hell on it.
Ain't gotta tell me twice.
Let's do this.
Gotta move out of the way first. So yeah, I keep the summons until the end, so that when they do their final little attack, it gives me a good amount of damage when I need it. There's no way they just poop a little bit. Like,
The ball.
20 minutes until detonation.
Huh, you hear that? Damn thing showed you how it's done.
Come on, we gotta move.
did you just praise the thing that almost whooped our ass, Barret? What are you doing?
Go, go, go.
Like, you can't just say thank you. Thanks for the help, man. Glad we hired you. This is a little homoerotic, but you know, I kind of wish they did that. And oh, wrong way. Wrong way. There's a bomb going off. Wrong way. There's a bomb going off. Running the wrong way. When there's a bomb going off. So when you walk around with your party members sometimes, thanks for not helping. We just fought that big thing and he's just taking off still. See how you feel, Barret. But yeah, when you're walking, sometimes instead of like going through them, like I just did when I ate Barret out, this cloud. You'll just bump into him, which is kind of, it makes you look rude to just like shoulder bumping Tifa out the way all the time and shit.
You okay?
I mean, I know he's socially awkward, but I don't think he would do that. Just literally try to walk through people. I could be wrong.
Hey, we'll link up over there. Look after Jesse.
Oh, thanks, Commander.
Come this way. This route should lead us straight to Barret.
Certain military leaders think that you should be the last one to leave, but you know, whatever. Everyone's not. The greatest leader.
Don't look back. Let's go,
Plus,
let's
I don't
go.
think Barret can like afford to get stuck anywhere. Like, he's big already, but his hand is a gun. Like, other than shooting people, it is useful. Like, I don't know how he gets dressed in the morning. Maybe Marlene helps him. I feel like that'd be kind of gross.
Stay focused. I'll freak out if I don't talk.
Does he put like a trash bag on it before he gets in the shower? Never want to shake his other hand because you know that's what he uses for. It's a little personal time.
I've got you covered. Find us a Soldier Boy with me.
X, Soldier Boy.
They're here! Take them down!
We don't have time for this shit. The
Like,
clock's
I wonder.
Cool it.
I know it's messed up, and this isn't what I'm supposed to be thinking about when I play this game, but I really do kind of wonder how kinky his little female companions are, because I imagine they're pretty kinky. Like, there's a show called The Boys on Amazon, and in it is like it's their version of like Aquaman, but he's like, I don't know how I feel about him. At first I thought he was just like an insecure asshole, but he hooked up with this chick and like all she wanted to do was like play with his fins, or not his fins, his gills, because that's what he uses to breathe. So he's doing that, and like, or she's doing that to him, and it's clearly making him like really uncomfortable. Oop, I'm not gonna do that. Let's switch over to Barret, because he was not gonna be able to use that thunder. But she's getting off on it. She is just getting off on it, and it's gross. And at first I thought maybe it's because he was a celebrity, but nah, like she's just, you know, that's her little kink. That was her little thing at the time. I don't know if it's like a lifestyle choice for her, but anyway, I wonder if it's like that for Barret too. Like, do they like oil his gun up? Do they take it apart? You know what I'm saying? Like, I wonder how that works. Maybe they, maybe they play with the nub.
Yeah.
Alright, we're not gonna do that. I don't want to offend anybody. I love everyone, even if you got a gun on your arm. So I don't want to offend anyone. I'm not saying it's you know, not something I see now, but it could happen in the future, and I don't want to burn any bridges. I don't like these mono drives because they're so small.
No time to celebrate.
So yeah, for the trash, you can just kind of hack and slash your way through that. Like, there are some like oddly placed fights. I mean, they're not oddly placed, but like the difficulty level is definitely a little higher for some that make no sense. Like, there's one coming up, and you got to deal with this huntsman dude. Pay attention to me. He never listens.
I'm waiting.
I got the timing wrong. I never have the right timing for counter stance.
Keep it up. Must have missed it.
I wish you could like maybe hold the button or something to prolong it.
Shut up.
Because every time I try to do it, or almost every time, that's not gonna work. There's some thunder on these. Come on. Wish the camera was just a little smarter. Yeah, I did just eat that.
Take care of those wounds before you bleed out.
Thanks, Barret. Let's do a cure. Okay, since you were talking. Oh, they don't even care about me anymore. Don't turn your back on me. That was almost embarrassing. So I'm not gonna lose here. Not this. I've literally played this level 100 times. Well, not in this, but in the OG. Go off. And there we have it. I think it's almost time to wrap this up. So before it's officially over, I want to say thank you. Thank you for coming. Love each other, love yourselves, especially now. And then keep doing that. You know, support people. And listen and give back. Be charitable. Blah, 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 blah. But thank you, and I look forward to having you here again. Because we're going to really get into this. I want to talk about some of my theories.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
I got a big one. Here's the question. When do you think the changes started in the game? Like, what was the first thing that... Like, what was the first pebble in the pond? Well, you probably didn't read that book. But if you did, like, what was the first change to the timeline? When do you think it was? I actually think it was before the game, like before the game's start point.
Can you walk?
If I couldn't, believe me, you'd be the first to know.
You were on the ground
That
already.
is a yes.
Or lady. Sorry. But yeah, I think the changes happened before. But
Okay, that was
we're
pretty
gonna get into
cool.
that and other things in the next
Come on.
episode. Could you imagine taking a Anyway, bye.
This could be my final fantasy. Slap you with the hand of life dealt me. Rated M, don't you play with me. My limit broke, Lord help me.